Well, hey, good evening, traders. Welcome to another session with the Asian market, powered by StrategyVault Pro. This is James with StrategyVault. Market's getting ready to open here in about 2 minutes. Right now, we're just getting a bunch of chop. I do have to advise you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. So this evening, we're trading one contract, and that is because we have this last day for take profit trader that we have to trade. We've already passed the evaluation. We just have to you have to trade for 5 days straight before you can move up to their pro account. So that's why we're trading one contract. And look at all this chop. This is just nasty looking this evening. It is a Wednesday evening, hump day. So we'll see what the markets are going to do. If they don't move, we're not going to stick around. If they chop around, we're not going to stick around. Market has been pushing down. For the last 4 hours. So it's pushed down quite a lot. We can go look at a 5-minute chart. You have this previous 4 hour candle high at 29,928. So it's pushed down over 100 points in the last 4 hours. We do have a buy notification has generated, but we're right in the middle of them EMAs at this time, so we would not take that notification. And the markets are now open. See what they do. We'll go back to a 1 minute time frame. Like I said, is it just going to chop around? Only time will tell. If we could break out above these, this 14 and this 20. But you got to realize that news candle from this morning, way down here. That's how far it pushed down. Are they gonna push down and try to sweep that? That was a CPI. Oh, see, they want to right up, take it up. Be careful of manipulation, especially right when the market's open. So we will wait and see how this all plays out. Taking out that previous high. Whoa, wow. What a pop. See if we can ride it up a bit. Maybe this 4 hour candle open. Okay, so I'm going to take that because
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums. I'm going to hit drums and click cover. Yes.
boy, I don't know what happened there. We lost everything. Everything just shut down. So the market is continuously pushing up. Look at that run up. Back to that 4-hour candle open. Everything just crashed. So okay, we got to get everything set up here again. That was crazy. All right, we should all be set up now. See what this market's gonna do now with a run up like that. So like I said, I took the $20 profit. I normally trade 10 contracts, so that would have been a nice $200 profit. Right back to this area of interest here. We've got all these pre-marked on the chart. That red line right there is 4-hour candle open also. Let's see what this does now. We have a high of 864. Have a new 5-minute candle. Here we ride it up a bit. It's probably going to turn around on us. If they try, see if they're going to attempt that 4-hour again. We'll pull back. Do they want to go higher, or are they going to pull it back on us? You got about 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. See if they try that push up again. I don't know. Or are we just going to chop around? The candle is bullish on the 5-minute chart, but that doesn't really mean a lot. Are they going to break that? Push it back up to 60?
Dylan's helps keep you moving with easy-to-prep meals and convenient snacks from our exclusive brands. Pack a microwavable cup of private selection mac and cheese for a deliciously quick meal that's ready in
Got about a minute and 47 seconds left on that 5-minute candle. Let's see if it'll break for a new high.
Are perfect for on-the-go munching.
Are they going to push it higher?
And a satisfying crunch. Discover new favorites today. Dylan's, fresh
All right.
for everyone.
Because I'm not convinced yet. That's why I got out of that. I would looking for more movement to the upside. Let it pull back. You know, you've got your 200 setting right here, the 14 and the 20 and the VWAP way down here. We're right at that so we're setting right around the daily close. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let it pull back to one of these moving averages. Just got to be patient now. It may just chop around on us. So that's what this dotted line is right here, is the daily close. Or today's daily close. There's the pullback. see how far they bring it back. Five-minute chart. That candle has a wick on it. This would be the wick. Got about 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I'm sorry, two minutes left. They're still pushing it back, bringing it back. There's that 40 level. So you got to watch them levels. 40, 60, 80, and 20. So we pushed all the way down to 38. See, now we're pushing it right back up. They're going to go for a higher high. We'll see how this 5-minute candle closes out. You got about a minute and 5 seconds. So when this candle opened, the high was way up here for that last 4-hour candle. It pushed all the way up here, 29,929 or 30, whatever. But in order, what I'm watching for, we need to break this level here, the middle of that 4-hour candle. And we need to break it with conviction. I mean, and momentum. They're trying. See, this is the pullback we were talking about. Now it's pushing up. New 5-minute candle just opened up. Yeah, definitely wait. It's going to start chopping around on us. So we got a nice move up here. Well, I'd let it pull back. If it's going to pull back to these levels and then push off. Or we may just get a bunch of chop. It did make a higher high at the open. That 5-minute candle did push higher. Looks like we're getting a bunch of chop. Make that bigger so everybody can see it. Make that a little bigger for you. Chop. There we go. Now they're trying to push. Got about a minute left on that 5-minute candle. Remember, we've talked about this numerous times. A lot of times they'll try to push it back up to where it originally pushed to at the open. A lot of times, but not all the time. There it goes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. See? Puts it right back up there. Last minute of that 5-minute candle. That's exactly what I was talking about. So you could have rode that up. New 5-minute candle. Gonna push higher. See, they need to break this right here. That's the middle of that last 4-hour candle. I think if we could break this with momentum, we can push higher. But like I said, it may just do a bunch of chopping around now. That's the Asia session. It is Wednesday, so And the chop is real. So they didn't push it much higher, did they? And there's the retracement. There's a cell trying to generate. So on those notifications, you gotta let them stick. They've got to stick. Meaning you need to wait for that candle to close and then a new one to form in the same direction. So in order for that to stick, price would have to drop below 840. See, it's going to go away. This is what I'm talking about. It has to stick. So see, I would not enter it. It is sticking though. See if we could get a pullback down to this level here, 29,800, just say 30. But remember, well, we talked about them levels, 20, 40, 60, 80. You got to watch those levels. See, it's not breaking that 40 level. It pushed down to 38 over here, but it went right back up. So here's what we're doing. Here's what we're trying to get out of here. Oh. The box. We need to break this box here. One way or the other. Right back. It's gonna break out. New 5-minute candle just opened up. It is red. So what I would look for, I'd look for a break of the box, a push down to these levels. We really haven't broke out of that box. So is this going to become our accumulation? There's 40. Actually, if we look at this, I'll bet this is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. It's going to go down. And it is. It's already breaking out. It's going to push down. We need to break this level, though, first. You got about 2 minutes left on that 5-minute candle. And it's breaking these levels. Watch this level right here, the 200. Yep, see that level? I told you it needs to break. It needs to break this level before we can go lower. Okay. Okay, so watch for a push down. See, we're getting that push, that last minute of that 5-minute candle. Yep, see? That level. Wow. Wow, look at that. Right off. Last minute of that 5-minute candle. They're pushing again. Back to that level. Remember, we need to break this level before we can go lower. So we're not in anything right now. But you did have the sell notification generate. It's stuck. This would have been a nice little push to the downside. Could have got in on. Remember what we talk about all the time. Price wants to go back to these levels. losing its steam for the push to the downside, definitely. This could be building out to be a bear flag. And then a push lower. But like I said, it's got to break all these levels first. They're just kind of at a standstill right now. There it goes. Now, they're going to attempt it again. This is a retest. Got about a minute and 20 seconds left on this a 5-minute candle. Just gotta be patient. Sitting right there at that 14 EMA. See what it does in that last minute. We only pushed down to here, the 30 level. Yep, see? New 5-minute candle just opened up. They're definitely getting smaller.
This message is brought to you by
At 40 level again.
Advice by the beach.
I think if we break the 45, we're going to look for more movement to the upside.
They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
There's our buy. Remember, it's got to stick. It's got to stick. See? That's what I'm talking about. So real quick, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. And it's pushing right back down. Like I said, we're just in a bunch of chop right now. We'll see how this 5-minute candle closes out. Right now we've got a doji. It's got a wick on the top and bottom that are equal. Actually, I can show it to you real quick. Hey, look at this doji right here. So we need to watch this candle and see how it closes out. This is what I'm watching on the other screen. Like I said, I believe that this gives me some more information. So those are both of the charts that I watch constantly. We'll see how it closes out. Back down to that 14 EMA. Getting just a bunch of chop. This is what I'm talking about. It's not worth your time, not worth my time. Also, here in 7 minutes, it'll be the last 10 minutes of the hour. A new hour will be opening. Remember, we've talked about what they love to do in that last 10 minutes. Around 10 minutes, whatever. Like I said, everything's not perfect. 10, 15 minutes, whatever. You need to be prepared for a jerk right back up a different direction. Especially with all this. It just can't break these levels. See, remember what I said, above 45. "37 seconds until this 5-minute candle closes, and we'll see how it... See, this is what I'm talking about. This is where it pushed to. We're in the last minute of it, and it's pushing back up. But that 40 level, we're right at that 40 level, and I've said it numerous times this evening. 20, 40, 60, 80, you need to watch them. We definitely have an ugly, ugly new 5-minute candle. Another doji. We're just being patient. This is what I'm talking about that we didn't want. We didn't want this evening to go like this. So, real quick, so here's what in the markets, quantity and quality. That means good trades. Like I said, I normally trade with 10 contracts, so we would be setting about $260 for this evening already. But like I said, we've already passed an evaluation. According to their stipulations, we do have to trade for one more day in order to move over to a paying account. See, this is what I'm talking about. Right back up. And we're in that last 15 minutes of the hour, so be prepared. It may flush or it may take off. But like I said, you've got an ugly, ugly candle on the 5-minute chart. It's pushing. They're trying. Like I said, above 45, and I think we're going to move to the upside and right back down. So the safe position to play right now would be wait until the top of the hour. See what it does at the top of the hour. There's our 40. There's our notification trying to generate. And it's sticking. Trying to stick. So you definitely have to wait for that candle. In actual reality, you got about 1 minute and 17 seconds left on that 5-minute candle. See, it's pretty ugly. Small here. We got plenty of time. Look at this ugly candle. Now it's pushing. Last minute of that. See? There it goes. See if we ride it up a little. Huh. We've got our buy generated. See if we can push it up to this level here. 29,058.53. Here's where I screwed up the last 10 minutes of the hour. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Got about 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I don't like that. Back to that 40 level. Oh boy. Alright. You're pushing it down. This is what I was talking about the last 10 minutes. Breaking. There it goes. Pushing it down. Are they going to bring it all the way to this level again? Oh my goodness, this is an ugly chart.
Hey Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
See if we can write it down.
Has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers
Probably
to
not.
manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
New 5-minute candle just open. Yeah. And they're pushing it right back up. Seems like they want to push it down. This is ridiculous. right back inside of our box. Yeah, it's putting in another wick. You just can't trade this. This is just nasty action tonight. Look at this. We got our move. We got to push back. You can't trade this. We'll see what happens at the hour. But remember what we said. Last 10 minutes of the hour, what they like to do. They're probably going to drive it right up now. Or right back down. Yep. It's doing the exact same thing. Well, we'll move our box down. Oh, now it's breaking it. Yep, see, I told you they wanted to push it to the downside. We need to break right here, the VWAP. I'll try to push it down to the VWAP. Back to the VWAP. Yep. Yep. That VWAP, it's going to hold it. See? Yeah, that VWAP's holding it from going lower. They're going to try again. Nope. Anyway. New 5-minute candle. Is it going to try again? Nope. Okay, so here's what the reaction right off the VWAP here, and I should have known better than that, but I was just seeing if it was going to break it, and it didn't. I mean, eventually it might, but I'm not going to stick around to find out.
Your internet and mobile price won't change for 5 years. From 5 Halloweens to 5 4th of Julys. Same price guaranteed.
Gotta have them commercials with our music.
And gig unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price lock. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs.
Need to break that 40 level. Actually, we need to break that 45 for it to continue higher. There we go. Okay, so here's my mistake right here. I was looking for it to push down a little more, but the VWAP held it. And look at the reaction right off the VWAP. So definitely, if you don't have this on your chart, you need it on your chart. See, we pushed way back up there to that almost 53 level. Now if it needs to break that level again where we danced around before we go higher. But we're back inside the box. See? It's pushing right back down. Yeah, like I said, this is just a bunch of chop. And we don't stick around for chop. So with that being said, I think we're going to be done for the evening. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like. Turn on your notification button so you know when we're having a live stream. See, it's already pushing right back down just like what I thought. Okay. So, like I said, we're just going to chop around for a while. And this usually, you know, Wednesdays are pretty crappy in the Asian session. But with that being said, everybody have a good evening. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. It's James Strategy Vault signing out. Everybody, good night.